Hello everybody, Ian Robson here. Welcome back to Idaho. Alright, figured out what's going on today. So again, this is the part two in the last episode of the Remembering series, or the FS, what am I calling it? FS Memory series. So this is FS 13. And this is Idaho once again. So I left the combine to do a little bit of harvesting there. He's just going at his own pace, and picked up one of the John Deeres that we have at least, the 6210R, which I think is a European model, if I'm not mistaken. Can't remember 100%, but this is one of the classier John Deeres that was in FS 13. So too bad we didn't see some really nice ones like this. Of similar quality, I'll say, in 15. So, and they got the John Deere 864 Premium Baler. Now this was probably one of the best, probably the best round baler in FS 13. So I thought I'd bring it back and show you guys some of the cool things that we had in in FS 13 if you've never played it before. So like, this is some of the stuff we were able to do. So like, you can put your panel, you can put things in there. I can't remember if it's this one or not. I think it's the other side actually. So you can open up both sides, and I believe this is where you replace the. In real life, I think that's the baler twine is what you'd put there, and then you also have the cover edge in the back, which is what you need to. So if you see the little picture there, that's what cover edge is in this context. All farmers agree, it's a wrap. That's terrible. Anyhow, so that is one of the cooler aspects of this. And now there's also another interesting aspect here. So let me just come over here. So this actually has a support arm that you have to raise and lower. So for example, let's say I go ahead and start this tractor once again. And this is a tractor that, so in FS 15, one of the interesting things was we had drive control. So individual tractors didn't need a manual start. But in FS 13, that wasn't the case. Not for a lot of tractors at least. There were some. So you had to manually start tractors, but it depended on the tractor, because some tractors had that as a feature and other ones didn't. Eventually, I believe, if memory serves, there was a mod you could get that would just add manual start to all your tractors. So anyways, here's what the little warning sign says. The support is still lowered. Raise it before going anywhere to avoid damages. So this is one of the things I was talking about. So we have the support. Let's go ahead and then just raise the support here. And if you'll notice, let's say I want to try and turn the baler on. Oh no, I have to actually attach the PTO too. And check this out. Oh wait, where is it? Detach. So there you go. And it actually has like a little attach feature for the PTO as well. How cool is that? And this does have IC, just like you would have in 15. I think it has the normals, Windows. And I think it has the sunroof, I can't remember. No. So anyways, let's go ahead and do a little bit of baling. I'm not going to do a crazy amount, but I just wanted to show you how cool this baler was. This was probably one of the best balers. Actually, let me show you another interesting little fact here. So let's go ahead and lower the pickup, turn it on. As you can hear, the RPMs increase when you turn it on, which I think was awesome. And as you can see, it's got a little animation. Let's see if I can get it from inside. So let's just go slow. There we go. As you can see, there's a little bit of an animation there in terms of picking up the straw in this context. Now, if you notice, in the top right-hand corner, there's a little gauge up there which shows us how much material we're putting through the baler. So I'm only going 9 kilometers an hour. So let's say I hit it up to cruise control level 2, and see how that meter changes a little bit there. So what's happening there we go. It's not O. I thought it was O. Show bale counter, current bale size. Oh no, it's X. In FS 15 it's O. Also, one of the cool aspects that I alluded to already, let's go ahead and reduce the bale size to the smallest possible size. So that is the biggest bale you can get. And that's what a bale looked like in FS 13 from this baler specifically, at least. So, not terrible. They definitely look better in 15. And I hope they look better in 17, I should say. Now, that was the biggest size baler. Now, one of the cool things about this particular baler was the fact that you could also make smaller bales. So if you didn't want big bales, you could have small bales. which was a really cool feature. I don't think we ever saw that in any other baler in 15, which is crazy. So there's the smallest size bale you could make, and there was the biggest size bale you could make, just to give you a little bit of comparison. So, like, that was something that was in FS13. Like, how crazy is that? I'm a little sad we didn't. This particular baler didn't make a full transition over to with all, like, there is this baler in FS15, but I don't believe it has all of the same features. So anyways, let's go ahead and increase the size back up to the maximum size, which is 180 centimeters, which is a 4-foot bale. Now, what I'm going to do now is going to show you the other feature that happens. So let's say you drive too fast. Oh no, you're driving too fast. So what will happen is you're actually pushing too much material through your baler, and then it just stops to pick it up, which is kind of an interesting little side note. Also, at any point in time when you're baling with this particular thing, you can say, okay, I want to net the rest. So I just manually net the rest, and then I unload the bale. So however big the bale is at that specific time, you can just, choose to unload it. Like, how awesome is that? Sometimes it's the little things in life, right? But it was a fantastic baler. The funny thing is, you never got the little pickup. I don't know what you call it, but like how much material you're putting through the baler. You never got it when you're in cab. It was always when you're out of cab. Also, check out that little monitor there. So if you look carefully, I wish I could zoom in. If you look carefully, well, that's totally the wrong button. Whoops. All right. If you look carefully at that, you'll see the monitor actually changes when I open up the tailgate of that baler. And if you watch again, it'll show it closing. Okay? Now, you can see here now, they have the same monitor there as they do outside. How cool is that? And the fact that the monitor works is amazing like that. I don't know. I don't think I ever saw. Were there any mods like that? I don't think there are any mods that I can remember in FS15 that have that same capability. Like, that's why I kind of think FS13 was a bit of the heyday, maybe is the good way to say it. It was the pinnacle of modding. There were some really, really good mods in FS13. Like, this is 13, so like, that's pretty impressive. The fact that I was in 13 and it never quite made its way all the way over to 15 in the same way. So, it makes me a little sad. And I believe, is that the bale counter there in the bottom right hand corner of that monitor? Let's find out here. Alright, it's going to pop the bale out. Yeah, that totally is. That's awesome. I never noticed that before. Even in 13, I don't remember noticing that. It actually shows you number of bales you've created. Right there in that little monitor. That is cool. That is super, super cool. Huh. I don't remember. That is amazing. Yeah, it totally is. I'd never realized that before. That's crazy. Also, one of the other funny things about this is if you look at on the bottom of the screen there, it has like 2.7 hours and it has like deactivated right now. And that stuff. Like, that was like part of individual tractors at one point in time, or part of it was a part of individual tractors, and sometimes there was mods you could add stuff. But like, all of that stuff got included in the drive control mod eventually. So like, the drive control mod included, like, when it was created by Upside Down, it included so many different aspects of so many different mods in FS13. It was just like mind-blowing, the fact that it was one mod. Before, it was like 2, 3, 4 mods you had to get. Like, you got the ESL limiter, which is that little thing in the bottom where it says level 2. I'm pointing at it because, of course, you can see my hand. And then the 2.7 hours was, of course, like your how many hours was on this particular tractor. And I think that was part of the individual tractors themselves. And I think there might have been a separate mod you could get too. Like, and like, that's what, like, that's how crazy that was at that time. Like, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. And fantastic baler. It's a shame it didn't make it in its current form in FS15 with all the bells and whistles. So, yeah, it was a pretty darn good mod, I have to admit. So, here's another thing that I just remembered. So, here I am just unloading the combine. So let's say I'm at 74% right now. I can go into the shop and let's say I'm going to look around and see, oh, like, oh, look, there's a Bailey drop bed trailer. That's kind of neat, and there's a mobile water tank. But if I go back out, oh, wait a minute, it's continued. So what happened in FS13 that never continued was when you go into like a shop screen, or if you go into like, I think, I'm not sure if this menu does the same thing, I can't remember. But if you go into the shop screen, for example, and you're looking through different things, the game continued in the background. Whereas in 15, it doesn't do that. It just pauses the game. And I really missed that feature because there was times where it's very helpful to, like, you know, just pop into the shop screen like I just did there, and then, you know, let it fill up as you're looking at different things you could potentially buy. So like, sometimes it's the little things. Like FS13 was a pretty solid game, I have to admit. Like considering, you know, what's this, like 4 or 5 years ago now, I guess. It's still a very solid game. Now, admittedly, peripheral support wasn't the greatest in 13, and it was better in 15 after a while, and I hope that in 17 it's just as well, better, much better. The fact that they support Track IR now is kind of like just one way of them saying they're going to support more peripherals this time around, or better support the peripherals that they do have. So, for example, I have a G27, so in FS13 I could set it up, but it's not like a super easy task. It's not like you just plug it in and go. There's a bit more involved in that. Whereas, hopefully in 17 it'll be plop. Yep, that's good, done. And it'll be pretty simple. But 13 was you could do it. It just took a little bit of time. 15 was easier, just took a tiny bit of time. And hopefully with 17 it'll just be like, boom, done. So, yeah, that's that John Deere 864 Premium Baler. One of the better, probably the best baler we had in 13. It's just phenomenal. I love this tractor. I wish this tractor had made it into it. Actually, a little side note, totally unrelated. Well, it is related. In FS17, they've actually included some of the older tractors. I don't know if I have any. Let's just double check here. Do I have any of the older ones? No. Those aren't what I'm looking for. Anyway, so they included the New Holland 8340, which is like a Ford New Holland 8340, which is like a classic tractor. And they included in the game, which I think is awesome. I'm so happy they did that. They included some of the older tractors as well as some of the newer tractors. So you have some like styles like this older style Plowmaster. They don't have this exact one, but they have some of the older style ones. So, for example, here's the Plowmaster. This is by NI Modding, one of the classy, one of the interesting mods they created was this guy right here, the Plowmaster 75. Here, let me show you the other ones too, just in case you've never seen them before. They are just really bizarre. By that, the County 944. Like, this is what makes me sad about FS15 was like you didn't have some of these bizarre, well-made mods. Like, so here's the Ford, I think it's the Ford Force, no, what do they call this one? It's not the Ford Force Pack. But like, here's the County. And they had stories behind why they made each of these tractors too. And they did a fantastic job. Like, let's look at the detail on the side of this tractor. Like, let's go ahead and start the tractor up, and the flywheel even moves in that thing. And it's not like that's the only thing that moves. Like, if you go in, the pedals will move, if memory serves. Yeah, the pedals move. If you turn on stuff, like, the throttle moves if you look carefully. Like, this is a very detailed tractor for its time, and it's a shame we didn't have some stuff like that in 15. So like, here's the County. I believe this is a pack that we made of I think it's Irish tractors primarily. So there's this guy. This is one of the 4-wheel drive tractors with a bit more horsepower. Then there's this guy, which is just bizarre. And then does this one? Yeah. Oh no, it's not the right one. Where's the one I want? This guy right here. Oh, I do have it. Where is it then? Oh, it's right there. This is one of the no, I want this other tractor right here. There we go. This is one of the crazy contraptions a farmer made, and this is kind of like, if you remember Big Bud, this is kind of like a similar scenario where they've kind of like done something like that. So this is two tractors attached together like this, and that was the tractor. But like that, they needed more horsepower, so that's what they did. Like, how cool is that? The fact that the modding team made that mod, I think is just fantastic. I'm gushing over old mods that I miss. Sorry, guys. But, oh, there it is right there. It's hidden. And here's the last one in that series, which is the Ford Engine 78 horsepower Malum 501. And check this out. This one's got the sound even is good on this one. Pedals work, throttle works, like, pretty cool mods. It's a shame. Now, if you remember what happened at NA Modding, I believe one of the members actually died, and that's the reason why the team didn't continue in FS15, which is totally understandable. And I believe part of their team might have joined SOB Modding or another modding team. I can't remember, but hopefully we'll see some equally good mods in FS17. That's what I'm hoping for, at least, because I looked for mods like this in FS15, but I didn't see anything like it. So hopefully we see something like this from the guys or the team, I guess. The teams, I should say. Any of the teams involved in modding in FS17. So anyways, that's it. That's all I'm going to do for FS13, because I'll just be spending like the whole time gushing over old mods that I can't get anymore. Not at least not in 15. So, but yeah, there's some classy ones. Here's another example of a really awesome mod that I missed. Massey Ferguson, check this one out. Massey Ferguson, which one was this? 1200. I think this was... it is Euro DZN, these guys. So these guys are the ones who made this tractor, and this is just a fantastic tractor. Another fantastic tractor. Articulated. You actually see some of these in the United States, I think, sometimes. And in England in some places. So, yeah, just stuff like that. Some of the things I just miss because you don't see it anymore. So, anyways, like I said, that's it. That's the last tractor I'm going to look at. My name's Iain Robson. I hope you enjoy this look back at FS13. This will be the last episode in this series. And if you'd like what you saw, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more Farming Simulator. So next up, we're going to take a look at FS15 a little bit. Maybe we'll go back to one of the popular maps in FS15. Not sure which one yet, though. I'll have to think about that one a little bit more. So, anyways, if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see in FS15 in the next upcoming map, let me know. And also for 17 as well, if you have some ideas of what you'd like to see for FS17, let me know as well in the comments below. My name's Iain Robson once again, and I'll catch you guys later.